Do you ever ask yourself, am I intelligent enough to come up with good and creative ideas? Well, after watching this video, I promise you that the answer to it will always be an yes. So here are 7 quick tips to brainstorm creative ideas. Number 1. Mind mapping. Some of the best ideas occur just by chance, and mind mapping helps you create that chance. It helps you break large topics down to manageable chunks. Start by putting a keyword or phrase in the middle of the page and write whatever else that comes in your mind in the same page. Now see if you can make connections. This is important because creativity is all about making connections. If you find it difficult to think of new words, just use random inputs. For example, choose a word from dictionary and look for novel connections between the word and your problem. Or pick up a picture and consider how you can relate it to your situation. If you find yourself dry without ideas or words, start asking questions to yourself. For example, pick up an item near you and ask yourself questions like, how could I use this thing help in addressing the challenge? Or what attributes of this thing could help us solve our challenge? By simply answering these types of questions, you can get the start you needed. But there is this one problem most of us have, our inner critic. Mind mapping is insanely easy to do if you silence your inner critic. Don't think too much about whether the word relates to your topic or not. Say out loud the first word that pops in your mind. Just keep the ideas flowing and try to relate them to your topic later. You will be surprised to see how many ideas you can actually think of. Number 2. Incomplete sketching. When you see the word sketching, don't think that you need to draw something for hours and hours, that you need to put in a lot of effort. No, you don't need to color or paint. Just a simple outline that takes a few seconds to sketch will do the job. The sketch doesn't need to be perfect or even good. Just make sure that you can recognize what you draw. Now pick up a general topic and think of an object relating to the topic and draw only half or a part of the object and not the whole object. And then think of another object relating to the same general topic you picked and try combining the two objects in different ways to generate a new idea. Keep sketching until you're satisfied with your new idea. But if you think sketching is boring, you can try out the same technique by expressing yourself to different media like using a clay or music or even word association games. Don't bother about solving the challenge at this point, just express it. Different expression might spark off different ideas. Number 3. Shift perspective. Over the years, we all build a certain type of perspective, and this perspective yields a certain type of idea. If you want different ideas, you will have to shift your perspective. There are 2 ways you can do this. 1. Play the if I were game. Ask yourself, if I were a millionaire, how would I address the challenge? If I were Steve Jobs or Elon Musk, how would I solve the problem? You can simply be anyone. Just try to put yourself in other shoes and it will show you endless possibilities to solve the same problem. 2. Get someone else's perspective. Ask different people what they would do if faced with your challenge. You could approach friends engaged in different kind of work, your spouse, a 9-year-old child, customers, suppliers, senior citizens, someone from different culture, in general anyone who might see things differently. This will help you not only in seeing things from a different perspective, but also will help you to engage with others and help you socialize. Number 4. Think in reverse. Have you heard of the term reverse engineering? Well, it exactly means how it sounds. So in this method, all you have to do is to reverse engineer your thoughts. If you feel you cannot think of anything new, try turning things upside down. Instead of focusing on how you could solve a problem, consider how you could create the problem or even worsen the problem. The reverse ideas will keep flowing in. Now consider these reverse ideas and reverse them again. You might get a possible solution for your problem. For example, let's say you need to improve customer satisfaction. The question you ask here is, how do I improve customer satisfaction? Now reverse this question. How do I make customer dissatisfied? Let's say you place a wrong order. The customer won't be satisfied with wrong orders. Now let's reverse this statement and try to find a potential solution to a problem. You don't want to place a wrong order, so by developing a foolproof technique that will prevent from placing wrong orders, go solve this problem. Even though it's not the best solution in the world, it's a start. Number 5. Build up and break down. This process is about breaking down and building up ideas to get a range of related information. Break down a general thought or idea into more detailed pieces of information, or do the opposite and build it up to reach a broader viewpoint. In the end, your solution can be based on the wide range of information from the process. Number 6. Pessimist versus optimist. Find a creative solution for ideas from the conversation between a pessimist and an optimist. Start off a general topic of conversation with the phrase, "How about?" Then challenge the starting comment with a pessimistic response, followed by the optimist providing his answer to the pessimist's comment. For example, we do not know how to design an infographic. We can hire an infographic designer. We do not have any ideas for him to design. We can research ideas and hand him an outline. By building upon each other's responses, general idea can evolve into a more focused, relevant one. Number 7. Randomness. Find the connection between a random word, a thought, and a general topic to develop a new creative idea. First, start with the general idea. Next, generate a random object and list words that describe it or are associated with it. Last, pick the words from your list that can relate back to your general idea to form your solution. The famous scientist Albert Einstein said, "We cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we used when we created them." So guys, the next time you hit a brick wall, try using these creative methods to brainstorm for your content with better solutions. Thanks for watching guys. Click the like button if you find these tips useful and comment down below an idea you have come up with using one of these methods. I hope these tips added value to your life, and if you want more videos on creative thinking and personal development, subscribe.